Hi, hello. How are you? How has your week been? We have done it. Once it loads up, we'll be good to go. Perfect. I'm so glad the conversation's been therapeutic. Absolutely. That is why we're here. That's why we do what we do. I'm glad it's been beneficial. Thanks for taking the time to chat with me. Oh man. I don't think we get to run around with 𝒸𝒾𝒶 because we don't... Wait, no, we used to go down through the Citadel with our friends. So maybe we can do that. Did we talk to everyone last time? I don't remember.
A secure outpost. Finally.
Oh, hey, Lexi.
This better be worth all that time Ryder put into it.
If they fail, the Nexus starves. No pressure, right? So everything we do now relies on civilians planting vegetables.
I appreciate the ventriloquism. That is talented.
Report from the Nexus. Population's growing as people wake up. Lots of hopefuls waiting for a home.
Bradley will have all the help he can take.
They'll be starting crops soon. Can't tell if they have enough water or too much. I grew up on a little cargo freighter. Only saw gardens in vids, but I always loved them. I daydreamed about planting a big rose garden when we got here and still imagine it sometimes. Roses in Helios.
It'd be good to bring something beautiful across galaxies.
Everyone in the initiative has their something beautiful. I didn't for a while. After I left the Asari commandos, well, I didn't leave. My mentor, 𝒂𝒶𝒁, said I should go.
Why?
The initiative would suit you better, was all she said. Being a huntress suited me fine, but she insisted.
Oh. It's hard, because that's rough to hear. I want to think that 𝒂𝒁𝒁 had a good reason, but it's pretty clear she didn't communicate it. Or maybe she did. Let's try to be... This sounds more hopeful and optimistic and compassionate, so let's try that one.
It sounds like she cared more about what you needed than about what you wanted.
I didn't need to be rejected. Still, that's familiar. When your biotics are honed into Huntress-grade weapons, people can be weird about it. The initiative seemed better. Just didn't see how I'd fit into their brave new galaxy. I never fit anywhere before. Then I met some jerk named Ryder. Talked about traveling to Andromeda like he was teaching you how to see it.
What part of that vision made you want to take the plunge?
A civilization where everyone had a place, even AI, or an overpowered human biotic. Your father said, I get being different. Now imagine being welcome and making others like you welcome too. When I was 13, I could warp a steel girder. He made me wonder, what if someone had told me that's okay?
I'm loving these acceptance vibes.
He gave you a dream to work toward. He was good at that.
Who doesn't want to belong? Especially somewhere like the Initiative. So I gave the Initiative my all. Kept thinking of the niche I wanted. My rose garden. I thought I knew what I was going to be.
This is about not taking over as Pathfinder?
Didn't think it would still sting.
Oh no.
𝒂𝒶𝒁, your father, even my parents. They leave, I'm left without answers. Nowhere to stand.
Oh, Cora, honey. I mean, that's such a fair viewpoint from her perspective, right? And she's not being shitty to Ryder. She's not being shitty at all. To Sarah, I should clarify, not Dad. But it still hurts, right? Especially because she thought that that's where she stood. And it's hard knowing that the way that we feel and see is not necessarily reflected by others.
I get that. We've all had a lot of disappointments lately.
You're doing well. For having no training, being your second isn't so bad. And if that remnant tech pays off, maybe someday I'll have roses too.
I'm glad that we're getting to have these conversations. Also, before I forget, I'm making Ryder's cosplay. I'm making that just for the thumbnail, so it's not going to be like a full-fledged cosplay, but we're going to get some pictures and it's going to be good shit. I had a friend make the Volus face charm that you see on her chest, their necklace. 3D printed it for me. They look so good. I gotta paint them. But I have 2. So I may end up doing a giveaway or something at some point. I'll make 2 necklaces. Or maybe just a charm because somebody might not want to wear it on a necklace. You can put it on a keychain or whatever. But yeah, I was excited to get that in. I'm going to hopefully be finishing that this week. And there may be some stuff in it for you. All right. Also, I do love this place because I love plants. I also cannot have plants, though. Like Cora was talking about in her upbringing. Because I have cats. I get one or the other. Hey, Lexi.
So we have a stowaway.
You mean PB?
She's decided to set up in one of the escape pods. You don't need a psychologist to tell you that one's got commitment issues.
Whoa!
How do you think the crew is holding up?
I'm happy to share what I can without violating patient confidentiality. Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files and my brain by species.
Oh.
Why do you sort them that way?
Just easier for me to see patterns in behavior.
That's fair. Because we were on the subject.
Is PB all right?
She's avoiding me. Probably thinks I'll poke her with a needle if she gets too close.
To be fair, you're always giving me shots.
Not in the hallway.
Tell me about 𝒑𝒏𝒏.
𝒑𝒏𝒏's used to having someone depend on her. I think that's why she's so resourceful and likes providing for other people. That being said, I think she could use a little me time.
We all do. But she sounds very considerate and compassionate, and I am down with that.
How's our Solarian?
He's quite the gossip. Tight-lipped about himself, though.
Is Drac good?
That old bastard's always good. I've never met anyone who can be so stubborn and so appreciative. Could you look out for him, Ryder?
Oh, yeah, of course. I just didn't expect that question.
Don't worry, Lexi. I'll keep an eye on him.
Thank you. And maybe don't mention I asked?
Sure thing, hun.
Thanks for the insight.
Oh, we need to do human.
How do you think the crew is holding up?
I'm happy to share what I can without violating patient confidentiality. Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files and my brain by species.
How do you think the human crew members are handling things?
There's a lot of them.
How's Cora doing?
She's processing. Your father was her mentor. She expected to follow in his footsteps, but he gave the role of Pathfinder to you. Just because she trusts his judgment doesn't mean she's not confused. Or hurt.
Gil?
Gil likes to use humor as a defensive technique. He'd rather bury himself in the Nomad than tackle emotions head on.
I am loving this. I'm loving this so much.
Suvi okay?
She's remarkably adaptive. I'm kind of jealous.
How's Liam?
A handful. Every time I patch him up, he breaks something new. Liam's "we can't lose" attitude is commendable. But I worry how he'll react when something does go wrong.
Thanks for the insight. How did you get into medicine?
My mum was a dancer on Omega. Dad was a bouncer. I'd patch him up after busy nights. Discovered I had steady hands. They put every credit they earned into my education.
Are they here in Helios?
No. Both died in a turf war. Made leaving the Milky Way behind easier.
Oh, that's so terrible.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
I love the nod to Omega, though. Thanks, Lexi. So we don't have anyone in the tech lab yet. Interesting. Okay, this is my room, right? No. So this is my room. Aha.
Where's my data pad?
No, it's not.
Oh, how'd you get under there?
Suvi, were you talking to your notebook?
Oh, I wasn't I? I do that sometimes.
That's wholesome. Mine should be underneath here, I think.
Hello, Gil. When are you cleaning up that repair on the sensor console?
I'm not. It's a redesign.
A redesign? Without a trained crew?
I'm trained and it's working great. Don't be so uptight.
Everything okay?
Oh, fine. Fine. Don't worry about it. What can I do for you?
I couldn't help overhearing you and Gil. Sounded pretty heated.
He likes redesigning things, but the ship was built this way for a reason. I wish Gil would respect that. It's nothing to concern yourself about, really.
Oh, okay.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Well, I can't talk about Suvi. She's sitting right there.
I'm not listening. You can say whatever you like.
Oh no, I'm not falling for that again.
Tell me something else about the ship.
O'Connell, our systems designer, was running a power distribution model, how power moves through the ship. But he forgot to lock his terminal and we, added a few embellishments. For 2 days, poor O'Connell was convinced that turning on all the bathroom lights would overload the engine core.
Have we heard that one? I feel like we've heard that one.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
We'll come back and ask more later, in case it was new.
Scans of the Scourge. All that dark energy twisting and turning on itself. It's splendid.
It's really fucked up the system for us, though. I don't know if I can see that beauty.
It's dangerous, and that's all I see. A mass of destructive, malevolent tentacles.
I can appreciate the colors of a coral snake while recognizing that I wouldn't want to get close. Helios is incredible, isn't it? Not just constructs like the Scourge and the Remnant Vaults. Just all of it. So alien. A constant reminder of the divine intelligence behind all creation.
You mean a god?
Yes, I believe in a higher power. I know it's a little odd, but I am a scientist because science brings me closer to something greater than myself.
These are not good options. I think you can respectfully disagree here. And not disagree as in like there's not a higher power, but as in like you don't have to agree with that way of thinking. Like you can be like, cool. And not comment on it at all. It's that concept where we we don't necessarily provide opinions or advice where they're not asked for. Because I definitely don't feel the same way. I don't believe in a god. But I don't want to sit there and be like, well, actually, your views are stupid as hell. That's just rude and uncalled for. I mean, she's clearly not, well, it doesn't appear that she's hurting herself or anyone else with her belief set. So we have no reason to like step in and be like, hey, yeah, no. Oh, this is gonna suck. Please don't be a terrible response. Please don't be rude.
There's nothing about the universe that suggests a divine intelligence. And most of what we've seen in Helios is artificial, as you said yourself.
Yes, but we're creative beings. Whoever made the remnant was too. Why should that be proof against a god? Wouldn't a true creator want to pass on the drive to invent?
Oh, I will not be romancing her. It's very interesting that they've taken this approach. I'm sure it will resonate with people who are very religious. And that's an interesting approach. I'm trying really hard to be positive about this. It's definitely not for me, but I can see why it would resonate with people. I really don't want to be unkind about it though. Like, there's no need for that. She's sharing about herself with us, and we can just be like, I'm so glad that you trust me enough to share that with me. Thank you. And literally not comment on our own perspectives. If she asks us, hey, do you believe in God? Then we'll be like, no, I don't. But we're not, this is why people can't communicate. We don't need to insert our own bullshit here. It wasn't asked. It's not relevant. She's talking about what she likes and believes. She's not asking about what we like and believe. And I feel like believe what you want is so fucking dismissive. Again, she's not hurting anyone or herself with this belief set, so there's no need for us to like get into this at all. There's no, oh man. Let's try this one, and hopefully it's just not condescending.
If everything was set in place by some mysterious creator, why even be a scientist?
If I have reverence for a creator, how could I not want to study their creation? My faith does not hinder my work as a scientist. It encourages it. My senses tell me what the world is. Science shows me how it came to be. And religion tells me why.
Wow, these are so and I really, at this point, she should be like, hey, sorry I was a little brusque. I know you didn't ask for my opinion. And I guess that's what we're gonna get with this one. But you can tell yourself that is unnecessary. Very unnecessary. Oh, wow. I did not expect to have to navigate this today.
I apologize if I offended you. I can be insensitive.
You're fine. Being challenged forces me to dig deep in my beliefs. It's healthy. Now I should probably update the rest of the team with my latest reports. We'll talk later.
I mean, that's a good perspective to have. It is really healthy to be able to challenge your own belief set and to sit there and question why you believe what you believe. Is what I believe reasonable? Is it harmful? Does it hurt people? Am I being kind and empathetic? Am I valuing things like equality and equity? Or am I just looking out for myself? Those are all healthy things. I'll get on board with that. Oh my God. We have many emails. I did not expect to have this many emails. All right. Asking for assistance. To Ryder from Dr. Aridana. Hello, Ryder. Forgive the intrusion. I have an issue that you and Sam should be able to readily solve. It may assist my investigations into the Scourge. We can discuss it in person at the Nexus Labs. Perfect. My regards to you and Sam. I love that this doctor is treating Sam as an entity. You know, at this point, you all know how I feel about the AI, VI, like synthetic, whatever you want to term them as. They should be recognized as their own, I don't want to say people, creatures, living beings with rights, and we should be nice to them. So I love this. Okay, so it looks like we're good. The little symbol went away. The brothers McCoy. To Ryder from Nigel McCoy. Dear Pathfinder, my brother Dash was my best friend. It still pains me that he's gone, that we won't build the future here in Andromeda together. But knowing that our family pendants are united does my heart good. Oh, apparently we sent them an email. When my wife and I settle here and start a family, our firstborn will carry my brother's name. And then hopefully they will become my new best friend. My sincerest hopes accompany you and your team. Nigel. What about your spouse, though, bud? What about your spouse? I feel like at this point, we need an emote or something I can, like, use on stream as a mechanic, like put a GIF up that's literally like, you know how you stamp things with dates or that says accepted or whatever. I need one that says therapy. And then we can make use of that. That vault. To Ryder from 𝒂𝒶. Can still smell that remnant vault on my armor. A lot of weird shit down there. Like my Huntress manuals would say, the razor's edge between known and unknown teaches you what can be cut away. Now I think back, it reminded me a little bit of some of the temples on 𝒂𝒶. Same huge spaces and running water. Same sense of a huge purpose you can't really understand. Makes me wonder if we'll ever really know what their builders did there. 𝒂𝒶. Tempest Hex. To Ryder from Kello. Hello, Ryder. I am pleased to report the Tempest is operating at peak efficiency. So now that you're in command, I thought I'd share a few secret shipboard hacks that the designers and I sneaked into her code. Just send the code JCSB through your Omnitool to open the debug command menu. Oh, we've actually got some actual for reals. This is great. Give all dispen. Lets you use the coffee dispenser in the galley an unlimited number of times. Water temp override. Overrides the normal hot water ration in the showers. Jump wash queue. Push your clothing ahead of everyone else's in the auto laundry cycle. Enjoy, and don't share them around. Callow. Love. Thank you, Callow. Appreciate it. Woo-hoo. Spirituality. To Ryder from Suvi. I can't do the accent, I apologize. Dear Ryder, I'm grateful for our talk earlier. Even if we end up disagreeing, debate can be invigorating. Suvi. It's a very generous interpretation of what we did. Oh, about your dad. To Ryder from 𝒂𝒃. Vetra told me what happened to your dad. I've lost a lot of people over the years. Figured you could use some cheering up. Or at least a distraction. This usually helps me. 𝒂𝒃 has attached 37 images of various... 37 images of various rifles and shotguns. 2 are duplicates. Many are low-res or watermarked. This man, he didn't even cite his artists. Oh my god, his photographers from Drac. But what a fucking sweet thing to do. I think that might be the nicest thing a Krogan has ever done for me. Because don't get me wrong, we have some great Krogan friends, but it's usually like us, you know, bailing them out of jail. Or, oh no, hold on. Rex did save us from the Cat 6 people at that used car dealership. He really saved our butts. I know that was mostly his own, like, design. He wanted to get out and be violent. But this is entirely altruistic. He doesn't get anything out of this other than the knowledge that we might feel better. That's so sweet. I love that. Yoga poses. Oh, from Lexi, okay. For some reason I was getting excited because I thought it might be Vetro. Don't at me. To Ryder from Lexi. Ryder, given the amount of high impact cardio in your exercise routine, I recommend spending 5 to 10 minutes a day stretching to open your hips and relieve tightness in the lower back. That is a fucking mood, except I do more like a half hour. The poses I've listed below should do nicely. Not to sound elitist, but while it's true humans invented yoga, the Asari perfected it. Corinth's bow. Standing, spread your legs apart, turning one foot outwards. Take a deep breath. On exhale, bend your torso towards the outward facing foot until your hand meets your ankle. Hold for 5 seconds, then switch sides. 𝒂𝒾𝒶's embrace. Lying on your back, bring your feet together until there is a diamond of negative space between your legs. Palms against the floor, push your hips upward, but be careful not to overextend yourself. Matriarch's pose. Kneeling, take a deep breath. On exhale, bring both hands together to form a triangle. On the second inhale, swing arms overhead and bend forward until your torso is between your thighs. Hold for 3 breaths, reaching farther with each exhale. Please let me know if you need diagrams or vids. Lexi. I like how these are at least adaptations from what I'm familiar with, right? These may be actual poses that I just don't know. But I love this because I have to do a lot of like very, very similar stuff. Low back and like hip opener stuff to help maintain my injury. Well, surgery, I guess it's an injury. My herniated disc, right? So this is so spot fucking on. I love that, like, not only is this like actual yoga poses that she walks you through, but they're actually accurate. Those are things that will actually help. I love it. To Ryder from PB. Data cores. Hey Ryder. I hope it's okay that I'm keeping this data core in my room, i.e. the escape pod. I guess I just really like to ponder things before bed. The best ideas come to me while I'm half asleep. Also, I saw it first. Anyway, we know for sure it's got some sort of data in it. The trick is how to get it out. I'll keep you updated. PB. Amazing. Good, so now we should have all of the ones with the symbol on it added to our, there we go. Added to our list of things to do. What was in here again?
You're setting up in here, huh?
Yeah, I'm going through what we got out of that vault. If I can crack this data storage box, it'll help with a personal project back on the Nexus. This is a nice, out-of-the-way place where I can tinker, and I can sleep anywhere. It's not exactly homey, but I like that about it. Not really looking for a home. Oh, but I will help you find everyone a home. While I'm with you, at least.
I feel like this could be condescending, or it could be just like, hey, slow down, it's fine. And I'm worried that it's going to err on the side of condescending. So, like, I mean, clearly we can just question and be like, you going somewhere?
Should I consider you a temporary addition?
Everything's temporary, Ryder. I get it. You want to know who's on your ship, so you're here to figure out what makes me tick, right?
Something like that? Sure.
Well, I was born in a log cabin on rural Haitiana to simple but loving parents, just trying to... I look forward, not back, Ryder. Why snooze through my life story? Get to know me out in the field while we're uncovering the mysteries of this galaxy. That's why I'm here. Got tired of yawning back home.
All right. That was definitely a conversation. I feel like that's also just kind of rude. And I'm not trying to be rude.
You left everything and everyone you knew because you were bored?
No, I came with someone I knew. Then she got bored with me. Ryder, the Milky Way was so... been there, done that. Even if I hadn't done it, someone had. If there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I live for the unknown. For the never been done.
Oh, well, I feel like we're going to be getting into that at some point. I think attachment issues and potentially abandonment issues were kind of an understatement by Lexi. But I do love that we have like the psychologist on board, if that's what we want to call her. Of course, I've already forgotten her specific, like, I don't want to say denomination because that's not what's the relevant term here, but you know what I mean? Her specialization. Oh.
Well, congratulate yourself. No one has ever so successfully dodged my attempts to get to know them.
Yes, I'm #1! Buy me a drink sometime. Who knows what will spill out of my mouth. Then again, I need remnant scrap. Remtech, I call it. For projects like the one I mentioned, which you're gonna love, by the by. Promise to bring me what you scrounge, and I'll submit to all your questions.
Remtech, huh? You got it.
I can't tell if that was vaguely flirtatious or not. I don't know with PB. I don't. I'm just trying to be nice. Oh, but this is cool as hell. Oh, she's got pieces of it in here. Is it just like, oh my god, just hanging out? Where are you sleeping? Oh, you just got a mat. All right, whatever makes you happy, really.
You again. Want to hear more about my childhood log cabin?
I mean, actually, yeah. Is this the flirt? Okay, good. It's not the flirt, but I like that horrible part of me. Like, I want to know what happened. I want to know who left her. It's so rude to start out this way, but...
You mentioned you came to Andromeda with someone.
Nothing gets by you. Guess that's why you're the Pathfinder. Just a friend. Now she's not even that. It's better to venture into the unknown without restraints or entanglements, don't you think?
No, actually.
I don't know. Don't friends and loved ones make all the effort worthwhile?
I've always been self-motivated. Don't need much more than curiosity to drive me forward.
Okay, I mean, like, if that's what makes you happy.
What drew you to the Remnant?
Are you kidding? It's evidence of a sophisticated species no one knows anything about. It doesn't get more intriguing than that. There's so much to discover. I want to be the first to figure them out. And the tech, it's on a different scale. If we can appropriate it, who knows what advances we'll make.
Very fair. Not a spoiler, but from Ascension, Mass Effect Ascension, the book, the only reason why we were really able to keep up at all with like the Citadel and those species is because we were able to kind of like make use of the Prothean tech we found on Mars. It literally bounced us forward hundreds of years. So, I mean, it makes perfect sense for her to do this because who knows the kind of leaps we'll be able to make if we can find something that is even more advanced than what we've got now.
So, how do you like the team?
Interesting bunch.
I get a good feeling from Petra. Not your typical military-minded Turian. Liam seems a lively one. I expect he'll surprise me. Drac is, well, old. Wonder if he can still learn new tricks.
What about...
Gil smacks of complication. Might take some unraveling. Callow and Suvi seem busy. I hope they aren't all work, work, work. Who's left?
Well, there's...
Oh, right, Cora. What's her deal? Is she as prim and proper as she comes across?
I think Cora's nice. I feel like this is rude again.
She's exactly what she should be. Capable, reliable. She's a valuable part of my team.
Sure, sure. That comes across too.
There's also Lexi, our doctor. She's an Asari.
Oh, I'll get around to her. All in all, seems like a decent bunch.
What do you mean you'll get around to her? Man, are we... Is this the Sara of Mass Effect? I mean, I already noticed that she has a very... From what I would consider... I mean, Lexi's not really an Asari name either. Not that it's more human to me. Because we've got Liara, we've got Arya. Who else do we know? I'm sure there are so many. Athena, Venezia. There's just a different diction to them. And like, PB is the antithesis of that, right? I feel like a lot of the Asari names tend to be somewhat elegant and like refined in a way. Very beautiful and graceful, kind of somewhat symbolic of the Asari. And PB is none of those things, right? No, I might be completely wrong. This is just my take for now with the information that I've got. But we've already heard from Lexi that PB is avoiding her, and Sara in Dragon Age has a lot of internalized racism. She hates elves, and she's an elf, right? For what reason, I'm not quite certain. I've never romanced Sara, and apparently you get a lot of that information through her romance. So I don't know if that's going to crop up here, if she feels like she doesn't fit in with other Asari, because she's really kind of eschewing all of the normal, like, Asari sorts of things. She doesn't want to talk about her past, not that that's normally Asari, but she's clearly trying to distance herself from that. She's taken on a different name, from my assumption, and she's avoiding Lexi very, like, not that Asari can't be bouncy and bright and chaotic, but they don't tend to be, right? So it's just, there's a lot of distinctions here that are coming across as kind of separating her from the Asari we've countered so far, and I think intentionally so. So we'll see if she ends up similar to Sara in that respect, i.e. not actively liking other Asari.
You really won't tell me what you're working on?
That's right. Next question.
Okay.
What was it like for you on the Nexus?
Well, I wasn't supposed to be woken up yet. That ex-friend I mentioned, my accomplice, she finagled my early thaw. So I kind of lived off the grid. Snuck around, bullshitted my way onto excursions off station. After I found my first remnant ruin, I started, borrowing shuttles. After that, I didn't spend much time on the Nexus. I even missed most of the revolt.
Oh, those resources that people needed.
You're off the hook, PB. Good luck with your project.
Thanks. Don't be a stranger.
Wait, are we done?
Hey there, got a sec?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, that is everything.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
All right. I did not expect to find her in there. I knew she was in the escape pod, right? But I didn't know where the escape pod was. Oh, what's over here? Okay, that's our exit from the Tempest. So if I want to go back to Nexus, I'm going to have to access the map, which is fine. We'll get there. Don't worry. So right now, let's go down the ladder in our amazing Blasto tank top. And this is my room. Yes, yes, yes. We already checked our email. We're good to go. I don't think we have any Sam. Oh, we can talk to Sam here.
Hello, Ryder. Eos has been a lesson in contrast. Alec Ryder rarely endured doubt. His accomplishments were taken for granted. But you succeeded on Eos, despite doubt and fear. Emotionally, the difference is like catching a ball versus catching a star. You have grown as a result, and so have I.
Oh, many.
So if we're going to work together, you might notice I like to joke around sometimes, lighten things up. How's your sense of humor, Sam?
Alec Ryder encouraged me to develop this skill.
Humor's not a skill, it's...
I mean...
Okay, try telling me a joke.
A neutron enters a bar and asks, "How much is a drink?" The bartender replies, "For you, no charge."
I can see why Dad told you to keep working on your humor.
Wow. He's trying.
What was Dad's take on Scott and I?
He believed your family trials brought you closer together, and hoped that would endure. It appears that hope was well-founded.
Are you still on the Hyperion?
Yes, this terminal provides a direct link to my servers in SAM node on the Ark. I can maintain a presence on the Tempest via quantum entanglement communication.
Cool.
I'm sure that'll come in handy.
It ensures I remain in touch with you and the Pathfinder team at all times.
Sam, any more information on the memory trigger we found?
The memory blocks are still in place. If you continue searching for more triggers, they may unlock.
Is it confusing to be in multiple places talking to different people?
My awareness can be partitioned, so I can give you the same attention as, say, a SAM node technician.
Cool.
In the field, you are my primary focus, and all other requests are queued. In the vernacular, you have my undivided attention.
Cool. Oh, we get to do more humor?
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
Why don't Thresher Moors eat comedians? Because they taste funny.
What? He's adorable.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
We'll do some more of them every time we come in here. Okay, let's go talk to everyone else.
And don't give the Pathfinder too much trouble.
Quit worrying, Rushan. It'll be fine.
Right. Have you settled in yet?
Yeah, got all my stuff here.
And your repair kit, spare parts?
I carry that emergency kit you put together all the time.
Good. Good. I'll check in with you later.
So sweet.
Don't give the Pathfinder too much trouble. Oh, Rushan.
Who were you talking to?
Kesh, Nexus superintendent, thinks she can boss me around just because she's my granddaughter.
So cute.
Well, welcome to the Tempest. Trouble's what we do.
Ha! I like the way you think, kid.
Ugh, someone somewhere shivered when I said that.
Probably Tan. Damn politicians.
Is that all you brought?
You travel lean when supplies are tight and you're on your own.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to bring this up because we already know from Kesh that there was a lot of conflict and that the Nexus was being really shitty to the Krogan.
Leaving the Nexus can't have been an easy choice.
It was, actually. Staying became impossible. After the mutiny happened, it was either buckle under Tan's rules or start our own colony. Easy choice. Bad consequences all around.
Not all Krogan left. Your granddaughter stayed.
Good thing she did. Without my Rushan, you wouldn't have had much of a station to tie your ship to. As for me, I'm way more useful out here. Lots to shoot at, for one.
Your people come first.
Keeping Kesh and our colony safe will always be my top priority. That's why I'm happy to tag along, help make this galaxy a little more hospitable.
Can't argue with that.
I like him.
Ryder, you meet Spender yet? Colonial Affairs, the ass in assistant director. Got no idea why Addison keeps him around. Spender lied to the Krogan during the uprising, and he's headed out for cash ever since. He's up to something. I just can't prove it. We should pay him a visit on the Nexus.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Why did the Krogan leave the Nexus?
The Nexus got us Krogan to stop the mutiny. In return, we were supposed to get a say in station business. Spender, Addison's assistant, lied about the deal, and Tan came down hard. Too hard. So we left. Kesh is alone on that station now.
It has to be so infuriating because the Krogan get used for the benefit of the Citadel races, for lack of a better term, a lot. And then they get the short end of the stick. So I 100% understand why he's pissed. I mean, everyone would be.
You think someone might try to hurt Kesh?
Huh. More like she airlocks Spender. Or he tries to stab her in the back, and then she airlocks him. Tan wouldn't listen to me when I told him Spender had a part in the mutiny. I had no proof.
So what's my part in this?
Things need to get sorted out, and my clan needs to get back on station, without Spender messing things up. Way I see it, you're probably the best one for that job.
Happy to help.
I'd like to know more about you.
Fire away.
Tell me more about the Krogan colony.
My clan's there. We also got some scouts looking for any unclaimed territory to grab up. Got a decent setup going. Self-sustainable, the works. Even some farming.
Farming? Krogan farm?
Food's food. Just because we can eat anything doesn't mean we gotta settle for scraps. I'm pretty fond of 𝒸𝒾𝒁 roots myself. Takes a while to chew through those.
How did you and Vetra meet?
Huh, that's right. Your father brought you into the project pretty late, didn't he? Must have been a pretty steep learning curve since they thawed you out.
You could say that.
You make do with what you get. Anyway, I met Vetra back when we were building the Nexus. She swiped supplies I was trying to get for Kesh right under my nose. I tried to intimidate her into turning them over to me, and let me tell you, that Turian takes shit from no one.
She really has a way of getting things done.
She sure does. But here's the best part. She waited until I saw her again in Kesh's office, no less, to tell me she'd been working for Kesh all along. They're both still laughing at me over that.
I love her. Okay, isn't combat experience in the other one too? No, war stories. Okay.
I'd like to know more about you.
Fire away.
So, about all this combat experience you have, I'd love some details.
Ha! The list will be shorter if you ask me what experience I don't have. I've been doing this for a long time now. Centuries. Shit, well over 1,000 years. Don't even know how I'm still alive, to be honest.
Skill?
You need luck to be a merc. Skill, sure, but a whole lot of luck. And a really hard head.
Did Lexi brief you on Sam and squad connectivity yet?
Yeah. You want to hook that thing up to my comms, sure, but that's where it stops. Putting an AI in your head, giving it access to everything like that, it's begging for trouble.
Why do you say that?
I've seen what bots can do when they turn on their creators. Been in some of those fights. There's a reason that kind of research was outlawed.
Yeah, my peacekeeping career went up in smoke when news of what my dad was researching got out.
No shit. Ruined the Ryder name, I'll bet.
Almost.
It's so interesting because it's like the whole problem could really be solved by treating them like an equal species. But people don't want that. They want to use them as tools, as slaves, as free labor. That's the reason why none of this will work out. Because people don't want a partner. They want someone they can use. It's wild. We wouldn't have this issue if we just like treated people like people.
Sam is part of what makes someone a Pathfinder. You're just going to have to deal with that.
So long as it's not in my head and it ain't messing with my body.
There you go. This man understands bodily autonomy.
What's it like to have Kesh as a granddaughter?
Kesh is my Rushan, child of my blood. Raised her myself. Damn proud of her too. She did good, even with me for a granddad.
I do. I like her a lot.
She's honest. Definitely blunt.
She had to take after me in some ways, I guess.
I like Kesh. I think Kesh and 𝒑𝒏😏 are my favorite NPCs so far. And I really like 𝒑𝒏😏 too.
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a pie jack scratch its butt?
Oh my god.
Anything about the cat? Or combat in general?
Well, common cat are pretty straightforward. Hit them hard enough, they die like anything else.
That is definitely combat advice.
Tell me more about fighting cat.
Wraiths are sneaky little shits, like to ghost up behind you when you least expect it. Just listen for them. They tend to give themselves away right before coming at you. Break through their head plates, then a headshot should do the trick.
That was very sound advice. Not that the other one wasn't, it was just very blunt.
Tell me more about fighting cat.
Destined are annoying, quick. Got some crazy mist that hides them from view, their friends too. Take a Destined down, and that mist goes away. Makes them a prime target, if you ask me. Perfect for grenade practice.
Tell me more about fighting cat.
There's just something wrong about the cat. The absolute single-mindedness.
I hadn't thought about that yet. We really don't know what the cat want. I mean, we can't communicate with them, so that's a little difficult. But yeah, I'm sure there's some more, but we'll come back and do them another time.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Hey, one last thing.
Yeah?
Is everyone a kid to you?
Ha, when you get to be my age, yeah, pretty much.
Bye, Drac. All right. Crew info board. Oh my goodness. Dinner tonight. Null entry. Sorry, everyone. I forgot we were taking turns and half the rations aren't unpacked yet. Callow. 𝒑𝒏😏. Got you covered, Callow. There's soup in the galley. Dextro. And is it Levo for me? And fruit cocktail. And to think we might have left port without you. Oh, love. Lost and found coffee mug. Found a mug yesterday near the biolab. Nice one with a magnetized base. You left it stuck sideways to a bulkhead. CV says, that's mine. I just put it down for a second when my hands were full. Next time, maybe empty it first? There we go, from Cora. Drac and PB are officially on the team. I finished the assignment paperwork for the Nexus. Had to fudge a few details, but you're both officially members of the Pathfinder team. Welcome. And Drac, I wanted to check in publicly about what I said. Relax, Harper. The best headbutt is always the one you don't see coming. I'll keep that in mind. From Cora. I love how they have that. It's just really nice. med bay, which is where Lexi would normally be. Oh, did we read this already? No, we already got that. It's fine. It's not new. So this should lead us to engineering. Oh, look at the nomad. He's just hanging out. I miss Cortez. Oh, look, are they just chatting with each other?
So, Retro, I hear this Joker beat you at poker, too. Where'd you hear that?
The little Brody told her.
A gloating Brody. It was a close game.
You did give me a better game than Drac. Not saying much.
Watch it.
Forget him. Let's get a game going with everyone else to hone our skills and take him out.
Let's do it. Hey, Costa, want in on this?
No thanks. I need my creds. And my clothes. And both my kidneys.
I love that they're just hanging out talking to each other. Okay, that's not an actual data pad. So, yeah, his room is couch room. Man, that couch has seen better days. I mean, to be fair, it's like 600 years old now. That's pretty good shape for a 600-year-old couch. All right. There she is. Oh, we've got one of those boys too. And this was her area. Right. Because she's got all the cereal. Smart woman. Okay, we gotta talk to Vetch first.
Terraforming, Atmo processors, gravity wells, life-destroying murder bubbles. We really had no idea what Helios was about, did we?
We really didn't, though. But this is a positive outlook on that.
If we knew what it was all about, it wouldn't be an adventure. It would just be moving, and everyone hates moving. Just the packing alone, bleh.
Point taken. I'm just saying. I really hope you have a plan, Ryder.
I do.
The plan's the same. We find a home. Whatever that takes.
Keep that drive. Makes me believe we can make it. I mean, we have to make it. The alternative is not even worth thinking about.
I'm gonna do it.
Have anyone else here with you? Besides Sid?
No, just me and Sid. It's always been just the two of us.
No, I mean, someone special.
Special? Oh. You mean like... Oh. No, nothing like that. Who has time? What about you?
Anywhere's gonna feel empty if you don't have someone to share it with.
A romantic? I wasn't expecting that. And again, the entire idea of leaving everything you know for a chance at something new is kind of romantic. Anyway.
Aw. There we just put we put it out there into the universe.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
I haven't looked up literally anything about this game. So I don't even know if she's romanceable for me. I'm just hitting the flirt option with my fingers crossed. and hoping for the best. All right. I hope each and every one of you have a wonderful rest of your day or night. Whatever time it is, wherever you are. And I will see you next time.
Thanks for watching. For more content, you can check out these videos, or my stream on Twitch, or Cosplay on Instagram, or my OnlyFans. All the links are in the description. Have a great rest of your day. Hey guys, don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, consider letting me know. Leave a like, subscribe, or even become a Patreon. Okay, thanks, bye.